Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Agent F from Agent Mateo Drones, alongside my boy, Mr. Dre, aka Recovery One Drone. How you doing, brother Dre?
Doing good, partner.
I'm doing good myself, sir. Thank you for asking. I am just here taking it easy now, but I've been busy this whole damn time, Dre. Like I just literally went ahead and got it back in the house from doing some other stuff that I needed to do. Um, like you, for example, you have your regular 9 to 5, but you also do your drone thing on the side. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, God has been doing a couple of things. You know what I mean? Got some things working out. Hopefully, God willing, you know what I mean. God will
yeah.
gonna start shining a little bit of light. You know what I mean on this
Mm-hmm.
thing, and get it going. So that's why you guys have not seen many videos on my drone channel about drones or little shorts that I've been putting out like I used to before. They're coming, but one thing at a time. I don't make money out of YouTube. YouTube is not my 9 to 5, so I got to get my coins first, and then YouTube later.
I understand. I fully understand. It's
With
just
that being said, I do notice that we have quite a few folks already in here in the chat. Not that much, but we do have brother Jody, Joe Shots, Andrew, Mickey MCH, Al Diaz, Time to Fly. We got Brother Lee, Yellow Rose Drones, Mr. Joe, USA Drone Flyer, Cap, Joe America. Thank you for popping in, everybody. Really do appreciate the love and support. Make sure you smash that thumbs up on stream. Today we're gonna make it a good show. We don't really have any topics, so kind of like what we do when we don't have any topic, we kind of wing it, go as we, do it as we go. Let's just have a good old time. How you doing, brother Joe Fotaleo? Thank you for popping in, sir. Really appreciate that. So, brother Dre, talk to me because Aldi has been telling me that you guys will be getting hammered when it comes to the rain, like 2 weeks straight, nonstop. How was the weather over there in your neck of the woods?
dude, it's like we have an East Coast weather, Midwest weather, where we getting a storm every week out here now. Like I said, today this happened to be a nice day, but we got a storm coming in by Sunday night, Monday morning, and it's supposed to rain through about Wednesday or Thursday. So, and then we'll get a couple of days of sunshine, and then another storm will roll in. We'll just playing it by ear. I know, like things were kind of slowing down for me. Then all of a sudden this week, I get between text messages and emails, four jobs came in. One's going to be a
Like
long
back to back?
the one's going to be a long term job on a housing project, which is right across the wash where I live. I
Now, is
used
it
to
going to
get
be like a big subdivision?
Yeah, it's a large subdivision. So I picked that up and it's real close by the house. It used to be on an old golf course I used to play on years ago, and so that's nice. That's real close by the house, but like I said, it's a big project. And then I had a bunch of one-offs come through, dude, out of nowhere. I mean, I've done jobs for these people before. I haven't heard from them in a while, and it's just they said, "Hey, can you handle this for us right away? Need to get this done." And I picked up a couple more Walmart jobs doing
Nice.
two Sam Clubs. One I was out doing today in Hesperia, California, and then when I get back next week, me and the wife taking a couple of days off. I got to go do one out in Paris, California, down there. And these are projects that haven't even been built yet. It's just like
Okay.
basically out there taking, uh, I guess you call it property work, where there's nothing on the property but just prospective locations that the investors or whoever want to take a look at it and see what it is. So they want to get the pictures from high up and see the surrounding areas. It's close to a freeway, so they want to see the freeway in the shots and everything else, so they see what's going on and what's the potential far as traffic uh, access to the locations they're looking at, as far as the property themselves.
So it sounds like you're going to be pretty busy when it comes to that. I mean, it's good that you keep, picking up extra jobs. So if something happened with one, you ought to have the other one to bounce back. But on that
Yeah,
note, I do know that we have a few more new folks here. We got Brother Mika Steve, Michael's Drones, and RC. Thank you for popping in. We got Mr. Mattis Drone World. How you doing, brother? We got Paul Wedge and Big popping in. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate that. See if we have anybody else that I'm missing. No, so far that's pretty much it. Thank you for being here. Smash the thumbs up on the stream. I really appreciate that. But yeah, like I was saying, it's good that you actually keep getting those. And like you said, that one that you haven't heard for in a while, all of a sudden came up and called you. That's good. That's
Yeah.
a good thing.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing I know, like Al Diaz and myself and a couple of folks who've been doing this. This is why you put in a little more effort. A lot of times on jobs, you're not trying. I always tell folks, you go out there with the mindset that you don't have to make a killing on every job you get, but you do over deliver. I say under promise and over deliver.
Yeah,
is the biggest thing, and that way, these folks know you're consistent, you're reliable, and you'll get the job done in a timely manner. And congratulations to Captain Joe America there. He said he got his first paying gig. And that's what I'm saying.
Nice.
Yeah, he said he got his first paying gig. And like I said, these folks, I've done work for them in the past, and they call me back. So one of my goals for me when I got into this area and in this field was to try to be the dominant drone pilot for my area. So basically, when you call for what we call the Inland Empire out here where I live at, which is basically San Bernardino County and Riverside County, I want my name to be brought up as far as somebody who said, oh yeah, there's a guy out there, call him up, email him, text him, whatever. He gets it done, does a good job, quick turnaround, And that's what I'm not looking to take over LA County or Orange County and have to go up to the Central Valley and stuff, because that goes into your money.
Yeah,
You're talking about your fuel costs, and if it's something real out of the way, you're talking about you may have to stay overnight or something, just based on where you're going. So I mean that cuts into your money. So if I can pretty much get a significant amount of the jobs that are in my area, which my area is growing as far as commercial work, a lot of tilt-up works and housing is growing. So there's plenty of work right here. I just got to try to make sure my name or reputation is in that circle. And everybody who's worked constructions will know that when you're in this business long enough, you'll end up seeing people again and again and again. Like I said, there's certain developers, contractors, stuff I see so many times.
Let me just throw this out here. Hey, brother, USA Drone Flyer Cap, Jamaica, if you would like to join the stream, let me know and I will pop the link into the chat. We'll be more than happy to have you on the show if you would like. So let me know. I will take it from there. But I'm glad that you got your first little gig doing your drone thing. That's pretty good, and I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I hope you actually get a lot more. Hey, we got brother MEU Drone 4K. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. I always get confused with that word, boy. What does it say again? Wait a minute. Give me a minute. Boa noite, meu amigo. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it.
You get JSK?
Oh, we got brother Steven Drones. Thank you for being here. Anybody else popped in that I did not say hi to? Because I don't want to miss nobody. Oh, brother Leonard, JSK Enterprise.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that, sir. So, Dre, like you were saying, brother Andrew, thank you for being here. Like you were saying, if you do get those jobs, they're actually pretty far. Brother Bob Casey, Ariel, thank you for popping in. So, I really appreciate you. Like you were saying, those jobs that are pretty far, you might have to go ahead and probably think about crashing over there instead of coming home, because you're going to be spending a lot of money just in gas traveling back and forth, because California is a big state, depending on where you have to go for that gig.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I take my hat off to the few people that I know that are in this community who do it full time, because then you kind of force yourself to being that guy who has to be the road warrior to go from job to job to job.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm very fortunate that I have a 9 to 5 with with the schedule I have. Pretty much, I write my own schedule, so I'm blessed with that. It's like one job I had earned a week. I had it right here in town. Went on my lunch break, took a couple of pictures from the ground with my DSLR. Boom, boom. I'm done. Uploaded it. Boom. They already paid me already. Get it out of the way. So that means it's nice to have that feeling when you're being pursued instead of you pursuing all of them. And I know it goes in waves. You like I say, it's a feast or famine. A couple of months from now, I may not get a call or email or a text or whatever, and then next month it might be something that pops up. And that's why I always say I like the construction work because those are usually 6 to 12 months out. And then they'll renew every year or something like that. So it's a good deal.
Well, I'm glad that things are working out for you, man. That all is that good.
Yeah, well,
You get your call, you know what I mean, for another gig, or like you get a repeat call from the same, company, tell you to come back. That's got to be a good feeling.
Oh yeah, because like I say, the company that I'm doing this next development for, this will be my 4th project with them. 4th project I've done work for them, so I can say, that's a good feeling that you're doing decent work when they keep coming back to you because they know you're reliable, you deliver on time, and you have quality work. So that's always good. So like I said, this is my fourth project with this developer company. Yeah, so it's good to go.
Yeah. Good evening, brother. Tom Lens Capture.
Yeah.
Thank you for popping in. Hey, USA Drone Fly. I'm about to put the link right now. Thank you for accepting the invite. So give me 1 second. I'll set that up, and you'll be able to come on in. So give me a minute.
Yeah.
Copy the link. All right. I just went ahead and put the link in the chat if you want to join. Also, Tom, if you want to join, Matt, if you want to join, the link is there. Aldia, if anybody wants to join, feel happy to go ahead and join our Let's Talk Drones and whatever you have in mind. Just keep it professional and no bullshit.
Hey, Bob Casey, just popped in.
Yeah. You actually been there, Bob. I'm Dre. I did want to hit on say
hi. Okay. Okay.
Hey, One Vision Ariel. Thank you for popping in. Yeah. Really appreciate you, sir.
And then on top of that, I had to do my my recurrent this week, so I got that out of the way and stuff. It's always to me, it's always nice to get refresh on some of the rigs and stuff. Taking that test, recurrent now is I guess because this is my second recurrent I've taken now. It's pretty much in the same format as the trust, where basically you can't fail it because they'll allow you to go back and change your answers and review the information.
Yeah. I'm sorry, brother Dustin, One Visual Aerial. Thank you for popping in. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So it's nice to be able to have that format because, like I say, basically it's about information, keeping up on the regs, get the information out there so you can keep doing things in the right format.
All right.
Right.
So we got brother Tom and brother Captain Joe America. Let me go ahead and bring them in one by one. How you doing, brother Joe?
Hey, welcome.
Hey, man, good to see you, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing very good. I appreciate the invite. I'm honored, man.
You're more than welcome to come in anytime, brother Joe. All you got to do is just ask me, and I will bring you right in. It's not a problem with me. Let me go and welcome brother Michael from Fly Zone Drone. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And let me go ahead and bring in brother Tom. How you doing, Tom?
Doing
I actually thought you were out with the wifey, on your little date night like you normally do.
Dude, she's making dinner tonight, so I'm all good, bro.
There you go.
Okay. I'm good for about a half an hour, dude, and then the bell will ring and I'll have to duck out.
Then you have to duck out, okay. Well, brother Joe, got a couple of questions for you since you've never been here before.
Yes.
First of all, how did you even get into drones? How did the bug bit you?
I've been wanting a drone for years. I do professional photography, and I kept saying, well, I'm a still camera guy. Why do I need a drone?
It's another tripod.
I bought a drone when my son went off to the military back in May because it was a good price on the Mavic Air. Put it up in the air, and I said, "Oh my God, what was I missing?"
It's funny you say that because the Mavic Air was my first drone, and that was 5.5 years ago.
That's
And
a
I
good
was hooked
platform.
after that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I tell you, it's unbelievable. When I get out and fly, I went out to a St. Joseph's altar today at my nephew's big. They have like a big reception hall, and on the way back, there's a castle along the side of the road that's like it's like Irish Bayou. It's like a fishing camp type thing.
Right.
And I looked over at it and I said, "Oh, I gotta fly." I went over and stopped and put a video up already on it, and it was like unbelievable. Just the little 15 minutes out there just made my day.
You know,
Exactly.
guys, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed to Brother Joe America channel, go ahead and please do so. Joe America, I believe you put out a video one or two videos just about every day.
I put out 3 shorts a day. I can tell you that.
About 3, yeah, because I know
Yep.
I keep getting notifications.
Yep.
Well, I'm basically I retired back in 2016 when I blew my knee out at Pizza Hut. I was doing photography on the side, but I was a general manager at Pizza Hut, and I have worked harder since 2016 than I've ever worked in my life because I shoot for a newspaper, I shoot for a magazine, I shoot for my own company. I do the
Mhm.
drones now. This month, I think I've had like 4 days I won't be doing anything. And it's like I work harder now. I've shot over 500,000 pictures in the last 6 years.
Nice.
Right. So which drones do you have, Joe? Is that the Mini 3?
I've got the Mini 3 Pro,
Okay.
the one you don't like.
Yeah, the Flying Frog. Yeah, I
The
hate
Mini
it.
3 Pro is a great drone.
The original
great
drone
drone,
was
bro. It's a great drone.
right. The Air 2 was the first drone. I wound up selling that, and I sold it to somebody and bought Robbie out of Thailand's Air 2S, and I basically paid nothing. You know, I just traded the Mini 3 Pro, and then I broke down and bought the Mavic 3. And I tell you what, that Mavic 3 is a dog. I love it.
It's
By the way, Joe, you just
that's a
got
nice
some love
sensor on
from-
that, right, Joe?
You got some love from Dustin, One Vision Aerial.
Yep.
Thank y'all. I appreciate it.
How you doing, brother Jim's Drone? And thank you for popping in. So I really appreciate it.
Now Joe has a interesting foot in the door by him working with a local newspaper and possibly you see you also doing a TV station also, Joe?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do
so
press work. Yeah, do press work, and that gives me a big foot in the door.
yeah, and that's why I tell people there's so many avenues to get in at, and like I say, once you're in, a lot of other doors start to open for you real quickly. And that's why I was just saying about the quality of your work. You do good work. You get the job done in a timely manner. You get back with your clients in a timely manner. They will come back and call you again. Because that's what's more anything else. When you talk about job, period, but especially when you talk about media work, timing is everything. Can you get back to me a certain amount of time?
That's the big thing in business. When you're doing it for yourself, especially, you better make sure you have a satisfied customer, and you better be consistent. That's the big thing.
Quality.
Yep.
Thank you for popping in, brother Gary Brown Aerials. I really appreciate the love and support. Little Lama Laura, Jim's Drone, thank you for popping in. Guys, do me a favor and smash that thumbs up on the stream. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I would love to, get a headway in with my local TV stations out here, but most of them, I believe they have it in house. I know they always advertise when they use a drone. They all like I heard they got ABC has the Drone 7 and stuff like that. A lot of the stations will advertise that, if you have footage off a cell phone or whatever else, just hashtag it to our station, and if we use it, we'll put your name on the clip that they use and everything else. So a lot of stations are either hiring in-house or they are advertising for people to send in footage.
It's cheaper than manned aviation. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
a heck of
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot cheaper. So the entry level is so low
Mhm.
for these smaller outlets to get into now.
Yeah.
Okay. Just if you are Part 107 pilots out there, remember you want to be paid for your work. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that giving it away. Remember, when you give it away, sometimes you give your rights away too if you're not careful. So
Right.
you gotta be smart about it.
Mhm.
If you have a Part 107, it means that you figured out you're going to use this for furtherance of business. So act like it's a business.
Good
Yeah.
evening, brother Johnny John Flyer. Thank you for
Joe
popping
is a
in.
professional photographer. Joe, one to another. Drones open up a whole new point of view that we didn't have before. Okay. And
Unbelievable
even
point of view.
from photogrammetry, I mean, look, us photographers now can be 3D modelers. Okay, it opens up a whole new world. But these sensors are getting very, very nice. I mean, it's the same thing going through that progression with the digital bodies, and now I shoot mirrorless as a body because you get that edge to edge sharpness. These sensors on these drones are really making our world so much easier for others to achieve. Okay, it's what's the old saying, Joe? You must have a nice camera, right?
You got to have the camera and you got to have the glass.
Now, yeah, now it's you must have a nice drone there, huh?
Mhm.
So it really is opens up the possibilities.
Yeah.
I mean, the low light possibilities we're seeing in the Mavic 3 series.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
a consumer attainable drone, and you
Mhm.
got superior low light capability in that.
Let me go ahead and welcome brother V Dub, Johnny John Flyer on London North. Thank you for popping in. Guys, do
Hey,
me a favor,
Ron.
smash the thumbs up on the stream. I really appreciate it. Question, Joe Merrick, are you gonna be at the drone meetup?
Well, as much as I want to be, I do, like I said, I do sports basically right now for the paper.
Okay.
The 31st through the 2nd, it's a big autism softball tournament, and two of the teams I do team pictures for. So
Okay.
it's like I'm kind of committed where I have to stay here.
I understand, sir. Completely understand.
Retired and still working. Hey, Joe.
Oh, I'm working harder. This month I have 10 softball games, 2 banquets, two parades, an all-star girls and soccer's game, and baseball, and there's something else in there. I can't remember what it was. And that's retired.
Mhm.
Well, I'm retired and I'm too busy to work right now. So as long as that keeps up, I'm good.
And we had a new granddaughter about 4 weeks ago.
Oh,
I think I've
congrats.
seen it three. I
Congratulations,
think I've
Joe.
seen it 3 times.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Very wonderful. Well, my 1-year-old baby is really whipping the shit out of me. I wish I had the energy I mean, from time she wake up, God, that's all you see. That's it. I'm talking about you see her little shadow from one spot to another nonstop. How you doing, brother Ray Kelly? Thank you for popping in, sir. Really appreciate it.
That's why having kids is for the young, man. I'll tell you this. I like my grandkids more than I like my kids. I don't mind giving them stuff. Okay.
I hear you.
Mhm.
I understand. So, brother Joe, your to-go drone. If you have to pick one, or which one is it?
Mavic 3.
Mavic 3, okay. For you, Tom.
Oh, you can't beat the sensor, of course, on a Mavic 3, but
Mavic 3,
right
okay.
now I'm in the fun stage, so I'm in a Avata lunatic. And I think Bill said every time you say Avata, you have to take a drink or something. So
Now, Dre, when it comes to you, which one is your to-go drone? Like, without even thinking, which one would you picked first.
Dre's
to do a
going to
job.
trump us all. Watch this. He's gonna
Phantom
pull
4 Pro.
There you go, buddy. Mechanical shutter.
You
All
know
right,
it.
guys. I
Yeah.
have to welcome Brother Andrew for the first time on my stream. Let me go ahead and bring him in. How you doing, sir?
What's up?
Thank you for popping in. How you doing, brother?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Hanging in there.
What's up,
Just
Andrew?
working.
How you doing, Tom?
Good, good.
All right.
I think I'm gonna have
Joe.
to go ahead and do this a little more often, Danny. Welcome people in.
Joe, you unretired. Joe, you unretired. You're just working differently.
You're right.
God
That's what
bless
my son said. He was sitting here about 4 years ago, and I was really complaining about what I was doing on the computer. And he looked over at me and he said, "You made it a job."
True.
Well,
True.
Well, I just think it's just our generation of work ethic that once we focus on something,
You got to be
becomes
busy.
got to be busy and it becomes a passion.
Yeah, got to be
And
busy.
Got to be busy and it becomes a passion, and you don't want to just half-ass it, as they say.
No.
You know, you go, you're all in.
See, I use it now as an excuse to go on adventures.
Did you see that, Andrew?
So that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, brother Michael? Tex R, Jerome guy, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it, guys. Do me a favor, smash that thumbs up on the stream. If you're not subscribed to Andrew,
Ray Kelly, how are
Tom,
you?
Joe America, myself, and Dre, please go ahead and do so. Support one another. I really appreciate that. And today we're just kind of winging it. We don't really have any topic. We're just gonna go ahead and talk.
Hey,
do whatever we're gonna
I
do.
did see something pretty cool. The company Zipline, that's a company who's been doing fixed wing, medical supply and blood transport, like in Rwanda. They now have a delivery drone system where it's actually the drone never comes below 400 feet, and it lowers a pod. But the pod also is navigable, where it has a ducted rear engine and side ducts, so it can land on a dinner plate size landing spot. And there's relatively no noise, because Zipline uses, we've all been talking about these toroidal props lately.
Mm-hmm.
Zipline has a completely different shape. It actually looks like a wishbone, where it's two blades at about a 35, maybe 40 degree angle, and then one short blade, 180 degrees behind that. And it's the weirdest design, but the pitch is so low that at 400 feet, you don't even hear it. But it comes down on a tether, and then the pod itself has a little ducted fan in the back and two side thrusters, and it can maneuver even in wind coming down and land itself. The bottom opens up and the package is there. So DoorDash, sending a 3,000 pound, 4,000 pound vehicle to go transport your DoorDash could change as a result.
Yeah. Zipline's done a lot of work on the African continent, and I say basically it's an ideal area to do such type of work what they do, because a lot of infrastructure is not there. Yeah,
seven countries across 5 continents. Okay, that Zipline is doing stuff now.
Yeah,
pretty amazing stuff. They've been doing drones for good for a pretty long time now. It's 6 years since they started up.
Yeah, that's not they. Africa is a place. I would like to call it the wild west of drone innovation, because because of their lack of infrastructure, there's just so much basic stuff of needs that drones are filling that gap, because they don't have the infrastructure, roads and things of that nature to get things from point A to point B. So they get all the practice in the world to for delivery, because of the area that they're working in. Now, I know they started to come stateside with some of this stuff, but I haven't heard much about it of late.
They actually operate, I believe, out of Georgia. It's their actual headquarters. So they they've been now. I watched something today. I'm trying to. Okay, here it is. I have it. In fact, it was on Mark Rober's channel, and it was how it was being used. And I'll throw the link up to share it. But they have logged over 533,000 flights, light flights, since they started 6 years ago. So that if you can imagine that a high percentage of those were, needed blood. I think they said the postnatal mortality rate dropped by like 83%.
Wow.
Well, as a result of their ability to transport blood products. If you don't have the roads and the infrastructure, what better way to go but the way the crow flies?
Mm-hmm. And like you said earlier, the cost factor can't even really be compared. I mean, putting in a road, cutting a jungle and putting in a road compared to just launching a aircraft that can deliver it.
Just even with figure out the terrain in a country like Rwanda, which is mountainous and valley, and you have a situation where you might have roads going to that hospital, okay, but that could be a 4 or 5 hour trip on those circuitous routes and the switchbacks, where you can send a drone up and be there 15, 20 minutes later. So they have a very unique system. And again, the propeller blades are wild. Okay, it kind of looks like a bird's foot with the two fingers out and the back opposing. And they say that it gets so much more thrust, and it actually is much quieter. So, who of us really wants to hear drones buzzing over our heads, unless it's our own drone that we're flying? Okay.
Yeah. Like to us, I should say, maybe not everybody. To me, it's a comforting sound. I can hear my drone.
Yes.
When you can't hear it, you start getting a little nervous, especially when you look
that
down.
30T, that 30T, you can hear for a few feet, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That you can hear it for a little while. So when you don't hear, you get scared. You start scanning the sky. Well, where is it at? Because they tell me it's right there.
Now, Brother Andrew, how did you get into drones? We can't hear you. Did you mute yourself? We cannot hear you.
Yeah, he wants to mute himself. Yeah, you're muted, partner.
We can't hear nothing you're saying. Go ahead and get out and come back in. Hopefully that'll work.
Yeah. So Tom, when's the last time you took your recurrent? I just took mine, yesterday, matter of fact.
To confess to the whole world, thank you for outing me. I'm about 4 months behind here. Okay, thank you.
That was not intentional.
I'm too busy being retired, bro. I told you that.
I hear you. I know you had current standing and stuff, your profession. But
no, I gotta take it again. It's getting tiresome now. Okay.
No, so, I hear you. I hear you.
Let's see. 2016 was the first one. So you do the math. I'm there.
Yeah. I said this is my second one I've done of the recurrence alone. So it's I like the way it's set up now.
This is so much easier. It's just all I got to do is log into the damn site, and I'm basically done. So
it's like I said, it's all about education now, which is what the route I said when we talked about all the suggestions that the FAA wanted. 50,000. That was my suggestion, was about the education and testing part.
Right.
And before they jump straight into the remote ID and stuff, I said, you need to make this process more educational for the flyers out there, so they're more willing to be involved.
Let's see. Okay. Can we hear Andrew?
There's something.
Can you hear me now?
We got you. We got you.
There you go. So go ahead. So how did you start with? Before you answer that, let me welcome Lambo Drive Zambo and also Catskill Brad. Thank you for popping in. We'd appreciate it. Go ahead, Andrew.
A couple years ago, I saw the Spark came out, so I was like, maybe it's something to think about. And I was, well, we're putting in the pool, so I said, well, what better to take pictures of is putting in the pool. So, and ever since then, I've been hooked.
Nice. Okay. So, how many
you
drones do you
you
have?
started right away with construction photography.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
because the guys were building the pool, so I decided, well, might as well take pictures of the construction as they're
Yeah.
doing the pool. So
Okay.
then,
Yeah.
after that, I've been hooked.
Okay.
And how many drones do you have so far?
Just about a year ago, I bought the Mavic Air 2 because about a year ago, for one reason or another, DJI stopped making the Spark battery, and then less than 6 months ago, it went back on the DJI website.
Yeah.
Explain that one.
Now, well, my question: are they charging the original price, or they jacked it way up like
Yeah.
any other places?
It was like $60-$70 this time, but
Oh, they jacked it up.
Yeah,
It
it
was
used to be
a year ago,
95.
40.
but
Yeah,
a year ago
40-something.
it was 120.
Wow,
Oof.
that's crazy.
At one point, it was almost $200. I'm like, I'm not paying $200 for one battery.
So, Rhett,
Well, not for
Dre,
that. Yeah.
Dre, let me ask you a question, Dre.
Uh-huh.
How much is a battery? And remembering that you need more than one
Yeah.
for the M30T.
$760 something bucks for a pair.
For a pair of batteries. Okay.
Yep.
And Dre, you only own one pair, right?
I own 3 pairs.
So it's about 320 per battery.
Yeah, it's about
Yes.
300 some
Yeah.
change per battery.
Yeah.
But I'm
And
saying to pay that.
that's not the most expensive battery with DJI.
Yeah,
Okay, and M300 is
400
a
something
bit
change.
more. Four. I thought it was for like 84 or something.
It might be that, but I'm just saying that for a Spark to have a battery that costs that much.
Yeah.
I'm a little, because I remember when I bought my Spark, back in
Right.
2018 or so, they're like, I say $49.95 for a battery. you know.
Right.
And like I say, you go online now, people are selling for, like I say, $100 plus. And I'm like, you must be smoking something, dude. That's why I said how much
They're
DJI
selling
was
them,
it.
though, Dre. They're selling them.
They're selling them because people still have them. That's it's a compliment to the drone that the drone itself is.
I'm going to
lasting.
start selling off some of my stuff as classics and see if I can get more money for them that way, right?
Yeah, vintage.
Vintage, yes.
Yeah.
I heard
this is a period piece. Yes.
Yeah.
I heard the new Matrix or the new Inspire is going to have foldable propellers.
So the Inspire 3 is already in some hands, and this is not going to be a consumer drone in any way, shape, or fashion. Even the enthusiast should think twice. I mean, if you're a true cinematographer, yes, it's going to offer, full frame capability because they're going to use the Ronin system on this.
I saw the pre-drawing specs for it, and it looked like, I'm not sure if it's going to compromise the integrity of the blade if they do it, make it foldable. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I would tend to agree, but I would imagine that certain NDAs out there would prevent you from speaking about it with regard to the design of it. So not much is going to come out before it's released.
It was one of those leaked copies,
Oh, no, I'm talking about actual on hands. It's already in people's hands.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's
The drone is already in people's hands, so the release date is imminent. So it's again, this is going to be a high ticket item.
Yep.
So are you never, when anybody ever asks me how much does that drone cost, I say, well, the drone is only part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. By the time you add up batteries, okay, and remember, fly more kits are just crack cocaine. You I don't know about you guys, but there isn't a drone I own that I don't have at least 5 batteries for.
Right.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
and then, you know, everything that goes along with it, filters,
Yep.
you know, and I can sometimes go through filters in the desert sand. So, you know, I never have one set of filters and, you know, you name it, you gotta get a case for it, or, you know, unless you're going to live with the messenger bag situation, you know, it becomes it becomes an addiction. I have what seems now like a goddamn Air Force. The amount of drones I have. Okay.
But
Well,
Now,
to ask you a
Joe, I
question,
used to be that way, Joe, with camera bodies. Okay. So,
Oh,
you
we're
know,
talking about batteries. I'm at a softball game. I shoot 150 pictures, walk over to a baseball game right next door to
Yeah.
shoot, and I'm getting there, and I've got these 2 batteries here. Went completely bad on me. Completely bad. Both of them dated 2020. I had to leave, go home, grab another one, come back, and I was able to shoot the game. These
Did
are
they
about to
swell
be
up?
trashed.
Yeah.
They just went out, completely went out. I mean,
Yeah.
I tried to even
Yeah.
put a meter on them, nothing. It
wow.
won't charge, just
Are
died.
are
I
they
have
swollen?
6 on the way coming in.
Mhm.
Are the batteries swollen? No.
No,
No,
these
they
are
can just
perfect.
Wow.
no cases usually on these batteries. You know,
Let me
these
see them
cases
again,
are
Joe.
intact. Yeah.
the camera batteries.
Yeah.
Camera batteries.
Right. Camera
Yeah.
batteries.
Camera batteries. They won't
Right.
pick up a
Yeah.
charge. It won't
Yeah. They
do
just want,
anything. And it was the
well-
first time I ever saw on a camera in my life. It said, change your battery.
Hmm.
I said,
that means
what
that
is
means
that?
wasn't enough juice to even do the internal. We call it the little RAM inside the cameras. With
It actually
memory?
said, change your battery pack.
yeah, that
So,
means your
I've got-
your
these are
memory,
going
and
in
your
the
date's
trash.
gone.
These will be disposed, but I got 6 more be here tomorrow.
Yeah, but to get your answer, Andrew, in a way, I would imagine that the prop system that is on my M30T will be similar to what they're putting on the Inspire, because the props on my M30T are foldable,
Yeah.
and they're 8-inch. Each part of the prop is 8 inches
It's
long,
8-inch. Yeah.
and which is usually the size of the Inspire props. So the technology, like I think Lon said, it's not something new. It's just new for that Inspire.
Yep.
It'd be new for that Inspire, but the
Let me go and
foldable
welcome
props.
a couple of folks. Lisa from El Cachado, thank you for popping in. We got Chuck of Action, thank you for popping in, buddy. I really appreciate it. Uncle Bill's Toys, thank you for popping in. Really appreciate that.
What's up, Chuck?
Now, the ability to shoot now full frame and the diversity of glass that can potentially be made for this, depending on what mount, you know, using the Ronin system, that opens up nothing but creative possibilities. Yeah. So
Now,
Lon
let
is
it-
saying $7,000, X9 lenses, another $5,000 on top of that. You know, another $2,000 he said for Ronin 4D batteries. Yeah, so $15,000 full kit. Yeah, I'd agree with that, Lon. That
Now,
sounds
just to
about,
change the subject,
in the
if
right
anyone
price range.
actually met Brother Mike Kenny, he's actually gonna be going to Ukraine. So,
God bless.
if you know him personally, you know how to get in touch with him. You know, give him a call, send him a text, shoot him an email or something, just to say hi. I just hope, like Bob Casey said, that he comes back to us and give us some good stuff.
Doing aid or photography or what?
I have no idea, Andrew.
Godspeed, Mike.
Yep,
Prayers to you, Mike
tough
Kenny.
place to go visit right now.
Be
I would
very
imagine
careful,
it's,
Mike Kenny. That's
yeah.
all you can say.
Yep. Yep.
I would not go to Ukraine right now.
Yeah. This address what a comment Lisa put in there about that kind of money. That's why I tell folks, and that's why I like Eddie Nunez's video he put out early this week about even Inspire 2. A lot of new people.
Eddie bitches and moans about that, Dre. Every
Yeah.
time he takes that drone out,
He loves
okay,
it.
and I've been there where he just bitches and moans about it.
Uh,
Okay. And then he outs us to the entire world because there goes any clandestine operation we were just running. Okay. And that thing goes up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the point that I like what Eddie stressed about, like you're talking about the price of the new Inspire. A lot of new folks in drones. And my whole thing is that when people are looking at the Inspire 3 or even the M30T or the M300, you need to be in a position to try to use that drone for specific needs, purpose, or for definitely a business.
Yep.
These are not drones to go out and have fun with. Okay, because then you're not going to have fun with it. That's like Eddie said, there's so much other things you got to be concerned with. You're not having fun. You got so much money in the air. You need to be concerned about making sure it gets back on the ground.
Yeah, and the
More than
size of
anything
that
else.
Pelican case, okay? The
Yeah.
size of that Pelican case, you got to cart around with you everywhere, okay? Puts a real crimp on the fun side of that factor.
Yeah. So like I said, they're based. That's why they have the tag enterprise drones, or the Inspire is in the same classification as they should go ahead and say it's a we call it cinematic or whatever you call movie making drones.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's not something that you want to throw up 10,
It's a
15,
cinematic
20.
tool.
Yeah, it's a tool, and that's why I tell
You see
people about
what
my drones. They're tools.
Juan said? Don't worry, the Inspire 3 is
Quieter
quieter than a helicopter.
Okay.
and smaller than a helicopter,
Yeah.
but not by much. Okay, not by much.
Yeah. So.
But the
Yeah.
Inspire is nicer looking than a helicopter.
Look,
Yeah.
all you
Nice
are
looking.
hyped about is the retractable landing gear, and I'm still not sure why DJI hasn't appeased us all by giving us something that retracts.
Mhm.
Look, I think the Phantom series was ripe for that, Dre.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
With the bottom mounted gimbal.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine we would have had those arms just pivot up after flight, after takeoff. So, yeah, that would have been nice. But yeah, we're all kind of jazzed about the retractable legs, except when it sucks really bad and they don't, extend in order to land. And believe me, hand catching an Inspire is not something you want to make a habit out of. Okay.
It's like an elaborate dance trying to catch it.
Yeah, it's more like the French Revolution, the Marie Antoinette. You better watch out. Okay, 8-inch props, Dre. 8-inch props.
Yep. Each blade 8-inch. So you got basically a 16-inch prop, going both directions.
So Juan, I wanted to pose this to you and others, and look, I remote ID's coming. Okay, so my big question now is, what are you giving me back as a Part 107? Okay, so one thing we don't have, and I mentioned this because I've gone through it, is as a private pilot SEL. Part 61, you have to go through a check flight.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, I say for Part 107 pilots, if there were an advanced skill rating on Part 107, such as a check ride, so to speak, that then you would be able to do flight over people, demonstrating, the ability to fly beyond line of sight, of course, putting in all the safeties in place. This technology now, if you were public safety, you could write a COA right now and get those things immediately.
Mhm.
But as a Part 107 commercial pilot, you still can't do that. Okay. So I think if there were an advanced rating above a Part 107, look, same thing with you start out, single engine land. Okay. Then you go multi-engine. Then you go commercial. You can go up to from commercial transport to, air transport, ATP. So there's ratings you can go through in part 61 or part 91, but 107 you can at this point. And I think that would be something now with remote ID coming and the advances in technology, that's something we should be getting.
I totally agree with what you're saying, Tom. I think it would be nice to have different layers of the Part 107 to where you can go ahead and apply for a status where you can fly with people, and that'd be on like an endorsement on a license.
A trusted status, right?
Yeah,
Because
trusted
now,
status.
Now, say you take coursework and you pass this, say, public safety coursework, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you could, even as a commercial pilot, advertise yourself to local departments on an ad hoc basis. But now there's a trust level because there's a certification there. Even
Right.
Volunteer Fire Service
Yeah.
has levels of certification,
Right.
for firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things I think are necessary for the industry to grow. There's nothing but opportunities here. You could buy yourself an Enterprise Advanced and go do roofing inspections.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You could advertise yourself to roofers who don't
Mhm.
want to be bothered with it.
Right.
It's just like in real estate. It's still in real estate. I still don't see a big rush by realtors and real estate agencies to fly their own drones.
Mm-mm.
I still see them doing the lion's share of it being contracted. So there's nothing but opportunities out there.
Yeah, like I say, every field you can think of that does anything outdoors, there's a possibility for drones to be used, even just from a safety perspective. Because it's like, I had a young kid, he's now the building official of a small town in Northern California, and he fell off the roof. And I'm like, and I mean, it literally almost killed him. And he and I had a little, come to Jesus talk, and I asked him that one simple question. I said, how could you have done this more safely?
Yeah.
Because that's all we talk about, putting people on roofs. I said, you could have had a drone and you could have flew that roof. And
Right.
I said, and he asked, I said, dude, you're already an inspector. You have all the ICC certifications and everything else. You're an inspector. I said, the drone is just a tool
Correct.
for you to get the job
And
done.
a drone could require one person where a ladder requires a minimum of two.
Right. But
Yep.
but once again, he's up there climbing the ladder.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it might have been some guy there working or whatever, might have been watching the ladder. But most of our inspectors may have to go up there by themselves.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of inspectors do not go on roofs anymore because of the risk factor.
Right.
In some
Right.
cities don't
allow
allow it because of the liability
Yep.
liability
Absolutely.
factor.
Hey,
Is the-
Adrian, I gotta jump off. I hear the pots and pans in the kitchen banging a little bit louder now.
That's a good sound. That's a
Tom,
good sound.
I
What are you
have to
cooking,
go.
Tom?
No, the wife is making dinner tonight. I don't question that,
Oh.
Andrew.
Oh,
Okay.
I
All
thought
right.
you were.
Thank you for being
I
here,
thought
Brother
that was
Tom.
a cue for you to play chef.
Okay, everyone, have a good one. And hopefully, if dinner ends early, I can jump back on. I'll talk to
All
you
right.
later.
Thank you
Okay.
for being here. So I really appreciate it.
You
All
got
right.
it.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Chuck Kovacian. I don't know if you guys saw his latest video. I just want to just give you a tip of the cap, Chuck. It was outstanding. It's like a mini trailer video of his trip to the UK with him and his wife. But he put so much excellent work in this trailer. I said, if it had been down to a minute, I think it's just right about 2 minutes, some change. We could have squeezed it down to a minute, which I know that it was hard to squeeze what he did squeeze it down to anyway. But it was just put together so nice, Chuck. I just want to make sure everybody gets a chance to go see it, see the work that he put in, not just because of the location he went, see the work that Chuck put in to make that video. It is, I would say, it is production level at the top of the charts.
Now, that video is the last one that he did was exploring England in 1 week.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's exploring the UK. but it is the way he edited, the way he the voiceover. It was just spot on.
Does it have any copyrighted music that I need to worry about so I could play that video?
Don't think
Ask him in
so.
the chat. Ask him in the
Hey,
chat. I don't.
Chuck, does that video have any copyright music? And I'll be more than happy to play
But
it.
it's Adrian. You have to see that video.
So why not, Andrew?
You have to see that video.
He says it has epidemic sound. So
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll watch the video without the music. Let's see how that's gonna work. So give me 1 minute, and I will share it. Let me see. Damn, I almost forgot how to share videos. Let's see here.
you got your new Starlink up and running yet?
No, man, I'm still waiting for them sons of bitches to go ahead and send me my damn equipment. Not yet.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and pause it. And I'm gonna make
Oh,
myself
we got
big.
we got an ad before it.
Let's see here. Skip. Skip. Come on with this darn.
2, 1.
And here it is. That's a great shot.
Yeah. And like you said, with the added voiceover and music, it is just an excellent job. And I know Chuck is he's a perfectionist, and this is, I would say, is about as close perfection you're going to see.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. And like I tell people, Chuck, I mean, he used a drone. He used I think he used a pocket gimbal. I think he has either has the DJI Pocket 2 or Osmo, and so that's why I tell folks, your ground game has to be as strong as your air game. And I'm sure Joe says the same thing. I'm being a guy coming from the regular photography world, that the shots you get.
If Adrian or if Dre ever goes to England or Europe, watch where you're driving, because at times the road 3 feet to your left and it could be just cliff straight down.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother John?
Pocket 2.
Media.
Yeah, Pocket 2, Osmo Action, and then he had the Mini 3 Pro and Mavic 3. Yeah, but yeah, this was just a great amount of work here.
So, Chuck, would you move over there?
Oh my goodness! Look at that car.
Chuck will probably move. Chuck will probably move in a heartbeat.
That is a great shot right there.
Yeah.
The question is, which country would he move to?
I think he visited quite a bit. I know he did a little bit of time. I want to say, was he up in Scotland for a bit? Then he went down to the regular UK down in the London area. I like the ending in the slow mo with his wife with the backpack. That's a nice ending there.
Guys, I do want to welcome. Let me make sure that I get the whole name right. Lambo Drive Zambo FKA out of Water Coast, I think it is. Let me get him in. How you doing, Brody?
Lambo.
Thank you for popping in. So, what is your first name, sir?
It's Brett.
Brett. Okay.
Thank
you for being here, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. Yeah, Lambo comes from Lambert, so.
I hear you. Well, welcome to the show, man. We would love to have you.
Cool.
So I see you got a couple of FPV in the background. Is that why you fly FPV, or do you also do GPS drones?
I'm GPS drones. This is my poser. My poser drone. I won this from Drone Poison last month.
Okay.
So he had a giveaway drawing, and I just happened to be the person drawn out of the bucket. So
okay, nice.
Lucky.
My ticket into from Wedgeworth was his Tiny Hawk 3.
Okay.
So
nice.
That's my
let me
go ticket into FPV. So
let me welcome R&B Drone 61 for the first time to the show. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here.
Woohoo.
So, how did you get into the drone thing, Brent?
Basically, I had a buddy a couple of years ago. He got a Mini 2, and he flew that a couple times, loved it, and I think he shelved it ever since. But then once the Mini 3 popped out, I saw it being spec'd and saw a pre-release of it, and just I forget whose video it was. Somebody over in the UK, and it was on the beach. It had rocks. I'm like, I need that.
Okay.
So I put a pre-order in. Then I got a Holy Stone just to get oriented, and that's that. I used to do RC cars back in the 80s. As far as
I got a whole bunch of those too. I mean,
Yep.
I've been hooked to them damn things for a while.
I used to race NICAD 1/10 scale.
But I do nitro. I don't do electric ones. I do nitro. Nitro, I just love the smell and the sound.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we
Let me
got a
go to
nitro
welcome
track
Brother
going.
Art, CEO Drone Solutions. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. Guys, do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up on the stream. I really appreciate that. And please support one another on the show if you're not subscribed. So which one is your to-go drone, Brent?
Mini 3 Pro.
The Mini 3 Pro. Is that with the
Ooh,
RC,
good choice.
with the RC remote, smart controller?
Yes, I got the Flymore kit and whatnot, and the
Oh,
Mini,
nice. Okay.
the RC. It's just the RC, isn't it? Yeah, just RC.
Okay. How you
I
doing,
wish it
Brother
was-
Chris Hope? Thank you for popping in, buddy. Really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. It actually takes a lot of gas, but that little snippet of that video, you will never let that go, Chris Hope. I just run out of gas, man. In nitro, you will run out of gas. But the good thing is that all you gotta do is refill it and keep going. With electric, you gotta charge that damn battery
Yeah.
all over again, and it takes a while for you to do that.
We just need a lot of batteries, right, Dre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the RC cars, so I have no comment.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially electric, Dre. Them batteries are very expensive. How you doing, Brother Scott and Nadal? Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it.
Jim, is that an electric car by chance?
So what now?
Jim's droning just said waiting on a diecast Durnzenberg car.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering, is that an electric car?
I have no idea. Never heard of that one before.
Neither have I.
Okay,
Maybe.
so I guess Chris Hope is not gonna do Sunrise tomorrow because he have to work. So there you go. Just been announced live on my stream. So knock on his door. I'm telling get his ass early, do the Sunrise, then go to work.
Well,
So,
I don't know how you can hurry the sun up.
question: is that an electric one, Brent?
Yeah, that was the first low-C car.
Oh, you jackass! Because I have the Losi LX1 in Nitro, and that thing is a badass. Up to this day, it still works perfectly. As a matter of fact, that's the one that Chris Up is actually busting my balls right now. Because that one, after a year or so, I haven't run nothing through it. First couple of pull, crank immediately.
Nice.
Almost 2 years, as a matter of fact, and it cranked right away.
He wants you to sell it to him, doesn't he?
Probably.
You're awfully quiet there, Joe Merca.
I'm just sitting here listening. I'm good.
He's probably, matter of fact, you know what? I got a couple of videos of brother Joe queued up, and I would just, there you go, because I see one that he released 2 hours ago, 4 days
That's the
ago.
castle.
Yeah, he got a ton of videos.
That one I did a couple of hours ago was that castle I stopped out on the way back.
That's the one that says the castle on Irish Bayou Mini 3
That's the
Pro.
one. Right.
Do you have any copyright music on that one?
Epidemic Sound.
Oh, dang it. Okay. If
They
you don't
get
mind,
you-
can I play it?
You can play.
Better get your
Without music.
Epidemic Sound account, Adrian.
Without the music. I'm only gonna do the
That's
video.
fine.
Well,
That's fine.
everybody tells you the sound is 50% of the videos.
I
So
understand, but I don't want them damn strikes that YouTube is
you
doing.
need to get an Epidemic Sound account, so it won't give
And
you a
I'm
strike.
going to. I'm gonna get one eventually.
Well, what is it?
Keyword,
What
eventually.
what is it, Joe? What is it like? $11 a month? I think it
It's
is.
like
Something
15.
like that, maybe 15 max.
Yeah.
But sometimes the quality of the video outweighs the sound by a
Well,
long shot.
being a home theater enthusiast, you can have an awesome picture, but it's only mediocre if you don't have awesome sound to go with it.
Sure, you can go that route.
You see here. Make that, hit that, blow this up, and there you go. Love that intro.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yes, love that intro. I think that
I
thing
like
gets
the,
me every time.
I like the flag there, American flag.
Let me see. See if I can at least get it in 1080p. At least, there you go. That's in Louisiana, right, Joe?
That's right outside of New Orleans.
Okay. Love that castle. It almost look fake.
Now,
They
is
just
that
repainted it and they're renovating it, and new owners took over. And that's actually a fishing camp. That's what it is.
oh okay.
Okay.
So
Fishing
I was gonna say that's a strange looking lighthouse.
I thought it was an old house somebody renovated to look like a castle.
Mm,
As long as I can remember, that's been like that. Now it's repainted. I mean, it's starting to look nice, and you can see all the construction material
right.
around that's still working.
Mm-hmm.
Is it always windy over there, Joe? Because I see the trees moving pretty good.
It was 24-mile-an-hour gust when I was there, and that was with the Mini 3 Pro.
And the Mini 3 Pro literally flying pretty good.
Wow. Hey, Art.
Now that's the shot I like right there.
That is a great shot.
Just
I
because
thought
it's
that
so.
Mini 3 Pro has that issue when it comes to the horizon tilting.
The Mini
It's
3
done
Pro.
good for me.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that, but who
That-
knows?
I've heard a few guys complaining about it.
Complain about what?
About the horizon tilt on the Mini 3 Pro.
Mine has a few times on my old one and the replacement.
Okay.
It's come back now though, so I think it just has to get recalibrated once in a while.
That was a
That
great
castle
video.
really stands out.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I said, it was repainted, and just because it looks so fresh, it made it really stand out in that picture.
How you doing, Wind Walker Drones? Thank you for popping in. I don't think I've ever seen you here in the stream before. Welcome. Really appreciate the love and support.
I've never seen many houses at all like that anywhere.
That's the only one around here.
Anything like that over there, Lambo?
I have actually nothing that tall. But we've like our original White Castles. We have some White Castles like that.
Oh man.
Well,
So
it
now-
turned into a jewelry
so-
shop now. So,
So now I want a slider.
oh, yeah.
So Dre, have you been flying that M30T to do any of the jobs, or you
No.
still going with the Final 4 Pro?
Everything I've been shooting, been with the Phantom. I'm trying to think. Well, I had the Mavic 2 Pro out about a week ago on a job and stuff. But yeah, the M30T, I'm just basically waiting for my local departments, either fire or PD, to give me a call and see what's up. I reached out to another client that they're nationwide, so they told me they got a contract with Verizon to start doing some cell tower work. So they're doing it on the East Coast now, so they come out west. That could be a possibility.
Nice. Okay.
Would they allow you to record them doing the work on the tower?
Yeah, I mean, there's no problem with that. You know, like I say, as long as you're
I
in the
mean-
proper airspace.
I mean, that could help you and them.
Well, that's the whole problem. When you do a cell tower inspection, you're using a drone for the inspection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. They're doing it now on the East Coast, and when they come out west, they get the contract with Verizon out west. That's why I told them about, I have the drone for that because they're still using Phantom 4 Pros. And because that's what they've been used to using. But I told them about the potential of the RF signals that can come off cell towers that can disrupt the signal with a Phantom 4 Pro. M30T and the M300 are the only two drones that are shielded against RF signal interference. All the rest of the drones, even the Mavic 3E, Mavic 3 T, are non-shielded. So you can still get disruption issues.
Hey, brother, Steve, Capture Live Connection. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. Hey,
I-
Dre, Bob Casey wants you to talk a little bit about your work coming up with the drones.
Oh, it's nothing new. Like I said, I picked up another large housing development in Rialto, California, and then I have I just did a Sam's Club shot today, and I have another Sam's Club shot to do probably next week down in Paris, California. So that's it. And then I had a small retail shoe store job to do, and that was it. It all came all within this week. So yeah, like you never know, like Joe can tell you, when the bell rings, you gotta be ready to answer. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, you just gotta be ready to go.
Pick up the phone.
That's it. Pick up the phone. Like I say, all these came through text messages and emails.
Nice. Okay.
That's how it happened with me. I got a call on Sunday, shot the lot on Monday, got paid Monday, and was finished Monday afternoon.
Yep.
That's quick.
And sometimes it happens that quick. It happens that quick. Usually the jobs I get the shorter 1-day jobs, you'll get paid within the same week. Probably usually within 24 to 72 hours, you'll get paid. Like I say, the big development jobs that I do, it's like any other contractor. I'll get paid the following month on their regular billing cycle, and so on. So, yeah.
If you're lucky, you can get paid within 2 hours.
Yeah, some places are like that.
So
the real estate agent came out to the site and looked just at some of my video I was doing.
Right.
Turned around, paid me right there. Hour later, when I sent her the video, she said, "Wonderful. I'll keep you in mind and pass you on to other people."
Yep. And that's the best type of business you can have. I don't care if you're selling tiddlywinks. Word of mouth is the best advertisement to have, because that means that person's putting their reputation on you. And so you can't beat that with a stick.
So, Brother Joe, after that job, have you been getting any more text calls, emails, or anything of that nature?
I haven't got any yet on real estate. Got a couple other people want me to do some lots. That is just personal stuff.
Okay.
So I'm going to probably go out and do some of these things. And like I said, the only thing I got to do is work it around what I'm doing normally as being a retired person with the paper. That's like I'm working almost 24/7 sometimes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Stevie. Thank you for popping in, buddy. Really appreciate it.
Take a vacation, Joe.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
4th of July.
So you retired and then went right back to work twice as hard.
4th of July, I had to shoot at Mandeville at the big celebration. And then the 5th of July, I had to go to Beta Springs and shoot that big celebration. So that was my 4th of July and 5th of July.
You could just tell them I'm on vacation for 3 days.
The money's good.
Hey, you gotta go for it.
And
So
I love what I'm doing.
You've been doing a lot of flying, Brent?
Me?
Yes.
A little bit. I've got an issue with my Mini 3. One of the little pegs that holds on the lens cover
Yes.
is one of them broke off somehow. So then I tried to reach out to DJI to see what it would take to resolve it, because I mean, I'm not sure how I could have broke the thing off. I hadn't crashed this one any, and so then they got all back to me, and I'd have to send it back in as it was. So I'm like, all right. So I took off. We just put the turf down. We'd taken the ice out of one of our arenas, and now we've got turf down, and I flew the thing 26 miles an hour into a crossbar for a lacrosse coach, but it survived. All I had to do is reset or recalibrate the gimbal, and then I was able to fly it through the rafters, and it still worked just fine. So I got to figure another way to kill it before I send it back in for a replacement.
Hey, let me go and welcome brother Herman from Phantom Flat 101. Thank you for popping in, buddy. Really appreciate it.
Made me go look at mine.
Well, I think the key thing is when he flew into that cross beam.
Well, no, this is broken before that. So.
Oh, it's broken
Well, I
before
dropped
that?
this one the
Oh.
other
I was
day.
just going crazy with it just because I knew I have to send the thing in. So I'm going to be out the drone. So I'm just trying to see what I can do to kind of kill it a little bit. So I went full sport mode back in the arena again, which is what killed my first drone on the ice. But
well, I had this one in a case attached to my strap, my camera strap. And when I went to take it off, dropped it. It hit the ground. The case flew open and went flying out. The gimbal cover flew off, and I checked it, but everything's fine.
Nice.
So did you send it to DJI, Brent?
I will be.
You will
So
be. Okay.
I got to do one more thing. It hasn't, like I say, it isn't broken enough to warrant being away from it for more than 5 days. But I don't want to do any major thing outside with it, or because who knows what happened inside of it when I hit the bar, because it hit it pretty hard.
Okay.
But
wait till you really break it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
But Joe hit on a good point. Is that a lot of times we don't know that we damage a drone just by taking it in and out of our cases or pouches or wherever you carry it, and that's how you might get something might get nicked, a prop gets cracked or whatever. Just taking the drone in and out, in and out, in and out and stuff. So that's why they always talk about your pre-flight procedures, that you check those props, check your gimbals and everything else before you set it up, because just taking it out of a case, you never know. You might have chipped something, jarred something, whatever, and next you know, you got it up in the air and you have an incident.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's what causes the incident is not doing those first checks, or if you do crash it, not knowing what's going to happen on the inside as far as those electronics now.
Yeah,
like, the non-visible damage.
So Dre, I flew today with the RC, and I usually fly it with the RC Pro. What a difference! I don't want to fly it with this one. I want to fly it with the RC Pro.
Oh, just I don't have either one of those. I have the old Phantom controllers. I have the original smart controllers, and then I got that big old humongous RC Plus Pro Plus thing for the M30T. So is it like less features on the regular N1, whatever it's called, controller?
It's less. This is the RC Pro that comes with the RC that came with it.
Okay.
And it has a screen, but the response is a lot slower than the RC Pro. And I never really paid attention to it until I flew it today with the regular RC. And I was saying, this thing's not even flying. It's like, and it just did not seem as responsive, and I just didn't feel like I was flying the same.
So you're getting a lot of lag in the display.
Is there an update to it that you need to do to make it faster?
No, everything's updated. It's just the difference in the processor with that RC Pro.
Okay.
And that's definitely got to be what it is.
Yeah. I know Lon probably has more insight on this. Lon, is there a real lag difference between the RC and the RC Pro? Lon Denart in the chat. See if he's listening.
Sounded like Lon right there.
Yeah, he says he's over the RC controller versus the RC Pro, but he don't say which is which.
Yeah, I see Lon a minute ago.
Yeah, he's there a minute ago.
This is the RC.
Mm-hmm.
RC Pro's black has a couple of more antennas.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just the process is so fast.
Yeah. Because I've heard some things about it, but I guess since I don't use either one of those controllers. I haven't really paid much attention about it, but I know somebody has mentioned something about it being a lag difference.
Did you get that, Brent?
Yeah,
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
Herman Flight Phantom Flight 101 said it doesn't have the range either. The regular RC doesn't have the range of the RC Pro.
That's true.
Yeah. Now Joe said something about, he just questioned, does the RC have lag? What about with the Mavic 3 combo? Now does the regular RC connect to the Mavic 3, Joe?
It will connect to the Maverick 3, but I've never flown it with the Mavic with the RC. I've always
Okay.
done it with the RC Pro.
Yeah. Okay.
And at that price, I don't think I'm going to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I used the control that was meant to fly with it. Yeah, I understand that completely. 100%.
Wow, James Johnny, that's unusual.
Yeah.
Have a screw for the prop come loose.
Well, I know there's been some issues with the screws on the minis that they easily get stripped. And like I say, some people say once you take them out to change the props, and the original screws never fit back in, you almost got to put Loctite on them to make sure they stay in place.
Yeah, I stripped out 2 heads, and on the first mini, that was part of the other reason why I sent it in too, was just get creative to get them back out. But
Maybe they should give you an option to buy screws for the props.
Well,
they send you extra ones.
Well, I was saying, because I think it's the materials altogether. You're talking about anytime you have plastic fittings, it's always going to be subject to, I want to say not actually stripped, but they're just not going to never be as tight as they originally put in.
Well, they strip so much weight everywhere. Like that's
yeah. Yeah.
And this screwdriver they give you isn't like the best in the world either.
Right. Yeah. It'll strip the head pretty easy.
And it's got a tiny.
Bad.
Yeah.
It's a tiny head, isn't it?
Very.
It's a 000, something like that.
I think it's just a 0.
Very small.
That's it. Nobody knows.
They like to give you the smallest one they got.
Well, I don't know about the smallest one, but they'll give you the cheapest one that's in plenty of supply around the warehouse.
Cheapest. That's exactly right.
He's this guy.
Yeah.
The Klein.
Show that again, Brent.
I like the Klein. It's got this little spinny top, so when you put pressure down, you can spin.
Oh, okay.
You can keep the pressure on while you turn. Yeah. I have a couple of those.
I just, whenever I have to change something, I just pull this out.
Ooh.
It's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I actually have a couple of those kits, Joe. I got a few of those.
Yeah, these work perfect.
I actually got mine from Amazon. Is that where you got it from?
00.
Same place.
Okay.
I got mine Amazon. 00.
Which drone is that behind you with the case open, Joe?
That is the Mini 3 I flew today. Mini 3 Pro.
It is okay. That's why
Nice
I like
case.
that case I mentioned. Yeah. What kind of case is
So
that?
what I usually do with the Mini 3 Pro now, since I do press work, I've got a Scotty's case that holds the drone, and a Scotty's case that'll hold the RC. That way I could just clip them right on my camera strap. Now I've got a clip also that holds an extra battery. So I can have a battery in the drone, battery on the clip, and I can look like I'm going out to war, with the camera on the side, the drone on the front. And like I tell Dre, you go out there and you look like you own the place, and then they leave you alone.
Okay.
There's a similar strap that goes across the air for camera guys, and they got in each little thing they got a lens in each one.
Oh yeah, I don't have one like that. I've got leather straps from a place called Hold Fast Gear. Best straps on the market, but you pay $200 for a strap.
Well, you pay for quality.
That's true.
All right. Looks like I got to go pick up a daughter, so I will see you guys later.
All right.
bro.
Thank you for being here, Brent. I really appreciate it, sir.
See you,
thanks for
Lambo.
having the chat. See you guys.
All right, Lambo. Take care.
All right, how the heck do I get out of here?
There you go. You got it. Yeah. Okay.
Somebody having fun, Andrew.
That's my granddaughters.
Oh, that's you, Dre. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm at to bounce out here and see what's going on in my household. And stuff.
I thought you were just gonna open it. I was like, what's going on up there?
I got two of the granddaughters here with me tonight, so I got to see what's going on. I'll see you guys next week.
You mean see who's fighting who?
Yep.
Or who's bothering the dog?
I know, right? Don't get locked out on your private or compromise. I do agree with you, Stevie, because they are technically plastic. They're not, metal. I wouldn't use any Loctite on my props either. That's just me.
If I
Just
built
part of
one,
my
I wouldn't
safety.
use it.
Go
I
ahead.
wouldn't.
Part of my safety check, what I usually do when I'm flying that drone, the Mini 3, is I double check that proper, even with that screwdriver, I just make sure nothing's loose.
Yeah. I will definitely see you there as well, Bob Casey, God willing. Are you going to be able to make it, Andrew?
No, not this year.
Okay. This is going to be my third year going there, God willing. How you doing, brother Osbeach Andy? Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it, sir.
I thought Max was going. Max Air 420, and Tammy.
Okay. They were on the second one. I don't remember if they came to the first one, but they
No,
were on the second drone meetup because I was there.
I meant this year.
I don't know if they're going. I believe so.
They're going.
I'm not
Yes,
sure
they do.
100%.
Yeah, in fact, Dominic's taking her show for the next 3 weeks. It's because of the meetup, and she's taking a couple of days off.
Okay.
Speaking of which, haven't seen Dominic.
Say
Usually
that
he's in
again?
one of these. Usually Dominic's in one of these streams.
Oh, Joe Foroleo said that Max and Tommy will be there. Okay. Well, R&B Drone 61 is basically an annual drone meetup that we actually have every year. It's called the South Florida Drone Meetup, where we go and just meet with everybody. We fly, we go out to eat, we have fun, just doing a bunch of whatever we want to do.
Londonard, that might still be Loctite anyway, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but you don't want to put a bunch of Loctite on anything. You only want to have just a little drop, a little tiny drop, because them things do work. Yes, R&B drones in Florida, yeah, Jensen Beach. There's already people over there already. People already been there. I believe, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. They're still there.
What in the world is Ron doing in Florida for the last 3 weeks?
Hey, if you got the money and you retire, you could do all of that.
I saw Ron Brown's been there for at least 2 or 3 weeks now.
A couple of weeks now.
Oh, okay. Lee Yellow Road Jones gonna be there as well. Okay, nice. Hopefully, you'll be able to make it on the next one, Joe.
I'll tell you what, I'm still trying to figure out how to make it on this one.
Oh, you still trying to figure it out? Okay. Well, if
The
you
problem
do,
is-
it will be a pleasure meeting you, sir.
Well, the biggest issue is, like I said, I take pictures for these teams, and it's a autism awareness tournament over a period of 3 days, and it's probably going to be about 9 games I'd have to shoot. So, good chance I'm going to be at the games anyway.
Okay.
So,
You need like 4 or 8 terabyte hard drives for all that you shoot.
I have 2 14s. I have a 10. That's one I work out of. I'm getting ready to upgrade them to 20s because I'm getting down to about 6 on each. But I've shot since 2016 over 500,000 pictures.
Wow.
Half
Just
a
on my
million.
over 500,000 on my website. Pictures that I have out there that are for sale for the different teams and everything, just action
Okay.
shots. It's over 142,000.
Your 20 terabyte, is that, what brand is that?
That's going to be a Western Digital.
Oh, okay. I got a 4 terabyte Western Digital and I love it.
Well, I've got, let's see, like I said, a 14, a 14, a 10, 2 more 4s, another 4, and I got a couple 6s in the back, and they all do different things.
I got a
And then
4.
everything.
I have a 4 terabyte, a 3 terabyte Seagate, and a 1 terabyte Seagate.
And then I've got to go into a cloud every night so that if something happens and I got to get out of here quick and I can't grab one of the hard drives because everybody's cloned, all I got to do is grab a 14 and I've got everything.
My Seagate's over 10 years old and it's running like a top.
Yeah, I've actually got a Seagate. It's I think it's a 2, and I've got it basically now cleaned out, and now it's just used to go with my laptop.
I mean, I'm keeping that terabyte for life.
But if I shoot like football season, if I shoot a game, I'm at 800 pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother's friend's dad does what you do, and every weekend he was at some function, baseball game, football game, doing pictures.
It's
Exactly
a
the same
busy
thing.
life.
Yeah.
It's a busy life,
Yep.
but it's fulfilling because these kids have pictures for the rest of their lives. And that's the main reason I got into it originally, because my kids got pictures. And when I grew up, there was nobody doing anything like this. And I played sports until my 30s, and I think I've got 2 pictures.
Well, when you were younger, there wasn't there in terms of technology. The
Well,
camera wasn't there in technology.
when my kids
'Cause
were born, we were still using film.
Yeah. Bob Casey just called you an admiral, Adrian.
Yeah. Good night, brother. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night as well. It's been almost 2 hours. Thank you for popping in, Joe America, Andrew, Dre,
Adrian, thank you.
Chad, also Brent Lambo. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. But it's been about an hour, 33 minutes now. Great stream. I really appreciate the love and support for everyone. Welcome again, Joe. Anytime, Andrew. Anytime. If you ever in the chat and you want to come and just let me know. I don't normally put the link in the chat, Joe. But if anyone wants to come in, I ask everybody, just pop on in and we'll do it all over again next week.
Okay.
I appreciate it, Adrian.
Thank you for popping in. Good night, folks.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir. My pleasure. I'll see you all later.
Later, Andrew.
See ya.